On this episode of Small Town Gen X.
My mother would have held me hostage to make me watch this. Okay, good.
It involves a boombox.
It does involve a boombox.
Is the boombox held over somebody's head?
It
Yes.
is.
Is Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes playing on said boombox?
It is.
Awesome. I'm going to say anything.
Yes.
You are going to say
You
anything.
are.
Very good.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hello? Oh, do I have a story for you? Oh, do tell. Okay, so we are back with our third episode of season 2. And as promised, we have Chuck and Tim
Hello.
back in studio.
Hello. Thank you for letting me come back.
Well, thank you for joining us, Chuck.
I had to beat down the door. They wouldn't let me in. I don't know why.
We had to go run errands
Yeah.
before we let you hold the
Yeah.
microphone.
You need to earn your keep, kid.
So we want to talk about movies. That's what we were talking about last week.
Yes.
About we were going to talk about movies, and we had posted a little
Movie quote.
on our Facebook
Facebook, yeah.
page, and it's been kind of fun to see what people have been posting.
Mm-hmm.
And what it was we put on there was like 80s, 90s
Movie
movie quote. Would we know the movie
Mhm.
just by the quote?
Hearing the quote.
So I think we should. Chuck is going to do the honors and read some of these.
Oh, I'm going to pick some hard
quotes.
ones here.
Quotes. Okay,
Okay.
Chuck.
Here's a quote. I gave her my heart, and she gave me a pin.
Oh,
I don't
What
know.
movie could that be from?
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't know what it is. I just,
It's very lovey.
it's a love.
It's a love.
It's a love.
It's a love story.
so
Yeah.
you're saying my mother would have held me hostage to make me watch this. Okay, good.
It involves a boombox.
It does involve a boombox.
Is the boombox held over somebody's head?
It
Yes.
is.
Is Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes playing on said boombox?
It is.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. I'm going to say anything.
Yes.
You are going to say
You
anything.
are.
Very good.
Ding, ding, ding.
I do love that quote. Like, that is a good line.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's a really good line. Who sent that in?
Andrea Walter.
Oh, well, thank you,
Oh.
Andrea. I know she had told me I had ran into her at a show choir event last week, and she had said that she would help us with like movie quotes. So she must be
Oh.
an 80s movie
Right.
buff. She said that she was making her kids
Watch them?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you got another one for us, Chuck?
Yeah, I'll throw this one here at Tim because, we're guys.
Okay.
Gary. Who's Gary?
Oh, he's thinking.
I don't know.
It's a very weird movie.
You would know. I'm surprised.
Is it UHF?
No.
No.
Think weird.
It's got science in it.
Weird.
Is Kelly LeBrock in this movie?
She is.
Like, weird science movie. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now I know where this quote comes from. See,
It's all coming. Sometimes it's hard when it's out of context.
Right.
I
Right.
mean,
Like it is. Yeah. Or if you haven't seen the movie in a really long time.
Time.
But you had a shirt from the movie, don't you?
I
From
think
Weird
so.
Science?
No, that one's from Real Genius.
Oh, Real
Oh,
it's I
that's
Heart
another
Toxic
good one.
Waste.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a
Kent?
rarity.
Kent?
Kent.
Yes. Kent?
It is God.
Is there one more?
Oh, yeah. What you got, Chuck?
Let's see here. Tune in Tokyo. Tune in Tokyo.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I picture the scene. I know what's happening.
We know you know that scene.
I know the scene.
All young boys picture that scene.
I know, but I don't remember the name of the movie. I don't remember it.
Think of
I feel like
Cyndi
this is-
Lauper.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's not
I feel-
Goonies, is it?
No.
No. No, it's not Goonies.
Her real big hit. First big hit.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yes. I feel
Okay.
like probably boys only
That's-
watch that for that part.
I think so too.
It
'Cause
was
the
the
rest
80s.
of-
Come on.
That's true. They were like, we're going to go rent that. We heard that there's a little. Okay.
There are things
Um,
that happen.
There are things that we might like.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
whole reason we watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, that was also a good movie anyway, but still.
So I loved all of those quotes.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
Chuck, I heard that you have a story about coming to America. Like, did you see that in the movie theater? Is this the story of a movie
I
theater?
did, and for anyone that doesn't know this movie, it is rated R. So I was underage. So my
Oh.
grandmother said, "Hey, I'll take you to the movies.
Oh,
what
what
would
a
you
nice
like to
grandma.
see?" Huh?
I said, what a nice grandma.
She was great. She was great. Little did I know it would become very awkward
I mean,
seeing that movie with my grandmother.
it's Eddie Murphy, though. I mean,
It
you had
was
to
Eddie
know.
Murphy. Yes, yes. It was all going well until the bath scene.
The bad scene.
The bath
Bath
scene.
Oh, bad. I thought you
Yeah.
said the bad
He's
scene.
taking a bath. The lady comes out of the water and says, "The royal penis is clean, Your Highness." And I'm like, "Uh-oh."
What should I?
And my grandma looks at me and she just rolls her eyes like, "Oh, my God." I was like, I felt so bad for her. But it was good. She used to take us to the movies a lot.
Yeah.
Aw.
Nice.
So did you feel awkward?
Oh, yeah.
So do you feel like you both felt a little awkward?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I think I was, I don't know, 14?
Okay, so it
15?
was like
at the awkward
that
stage.
awkward stage. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes people at the movie theater, if you weren't 18, you weren't getting in to see those
Right.
R movies.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like now when
Yeah,
anybody.
this is not like now where no
No.
one cares.
No.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, talking about like even rated R or rated PG or whatever. Remember, like we would have movies that were NC-17.
Oh yeah.
Saltburn should be NC-17 if it
It
was
really
in
should.
80s or 90s. I said that to Tim. I was like, this would totally be an NC-17.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, we'll just have it streaming for anyone to
Right to watch.
Does anybody else have any awkward grandma or parent like saw movies and boobies with
Well, there's a lot of booby movies.
There
in
are
the
a lot of
80s.
booby movies.
With your
in the
grandma?
80s.
Okay, no.
Oh.
But I'm just saying,
there
with
are
other
like,
family
there
members.
are there's
Yeah.
quite a few actually
Yeah.
and it's
We-
even
We rented Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh,
when I was a kid.
yes.
I had none of us had any idea of what was happening here. We thought it would be a funny college movie.
Right.
Maybe it's like Animal House. Well, it is like Animal House, in the worst way possible.
did you see that with your mother?
Mom, Dad, my brother, yeah, all of us. We watched it. It was rented,
Right. We rented it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do you remember
No.
having that awkward
Yes, that
I-
part was the part where they had installed the cameras in the sorority house. And then they were watching the video, and I'm like,
You cringed a little.
Did anybody watch Porky's?
I saw
Oh,
Porky.
for
Did you
sure.
watch those with any parents?
I watched
No.
the television edited versions of that. I never actually. I don't think I've ever seen the unedited Porky's. I've only ever seen the edited
Really?
for TV version. Yeah.
I saw those because we had like HBO
Yes,
or whatever.
yes.
But my dad was notorious, and I think I've talked about this with like horror movies. My dad was notorious of just letting, like, we'd watch like
Whatever,
Porky's
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And he never got. I don't think he ever felt awkward about
No,
it.
probably
Now my
not.
mother would have been like mortified
Yeah,
by us
of course.
watching those, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched all those.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Porky's.
yeah.
And did you know? Is it the same? It's the same director of directed the Christmas Story.
Oh.
And his
Didn't know that.
before that he had directed a horror movie called Black Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like,
Well, that was a 180.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know. I'm like,
Right.
I I do think it was. Yeah, when you're like, okay, well now you're going to do a lovely Christmas
Story.
I mean, I don't know about lovely, but I
Right.
mean it's quirky, I
Right,
guess.
yeah.
But it's nothing like Porky's.
Nothing like Porky's. The story that I remember either reading or seeing a video about with Bob Gale, I think his name is, the director of A Christmas Story. I don't know.
No, Bob
Clark.
Clark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bob Clark directed A Christmas Story, but he was listening to a radio show, and it had Gene Shepard doing a narration on the radio, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, this guy needs to narrate a movie." And he's like, maybe we should make a movie about the story he's telling right now about his Christmas during his childhood. This would be amazing. And that's how that whole thing got rolling. But it took 10 years before he was able to actually make it, because he's like, I never directed a movie, but I wanted to direct. And they let me direct a horror movie called Black Christmas. So,
So was Porky's before or after A Christmas Story?
you know, I think it's before A Christmas Story, which
Okay.
makes everything really hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a variety of film, like
Yes.
genres.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to diversify your
Yes.
portfolio.
Yes.
So, did you guys go to drive-in theaters?
Nope. Never been to one.
Well, I've been to them, but not
When you
as a kid.
yeah,
I
I've never
did.
been to one.
I had
Ever.
You need to go to that one.
the one in
It was
Valley
fun.
and Quasar is awesome.
Yeah, that was
The
really.
Quasar
That
is
was really.
great.
It was fun. I was like, this is really fun. Like, and I'd only been to one in Colorado.
Okay.
One summer during college, but so it was kind of totally a new experience.
Right.
My mom would tell me about how they would.
Always go.
Would go.
Right.
Always go,
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we would have our." She was like, "I'd have my bath, and I would have my hair in curlers, and I'd be in my
Mhm.
pajamas or
Yeah.
nightgown or whatever, and then they would
Go to the
go to the
drive-in.
movie."
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so did you go, Chuck?
All the time.
So
That
where
was
was
the, That
it?
was the cheapest way to go. to the
Yes.
movie.
Oh, okay.
So they would, I was first grade. They'd stick me in the spare tire holder because, that's just how it was. You paid X amount for how many people
For
you saw.
each person in the
So all
car.
the kids hid as best they could.
Mm.
And you pull in there. And then we take our lounge chairs out and we'd spread them out with our blankets and pillows. And,
Yes.
it was a good time when you were a kid.
What
I-
movies do you remember? What movies you saw there?
Star Wars was the first movie I seen at the drive-in.
I saw
Nice.
Empire Strikes Back at a drive-in theater, but I don't remember where the drive-in theater was. I remember seeing the opening part of it, and I think I fell asleep because I would have been 4 or 5 years old.
Where was it that you went?
So Fremont had one.
Oh, they did.
And it was out on Highway 30, I think.
Okay.
Out by
By the lakes.
By the lakes, yeah.
I'm surprised we never went
I know. Yeah.
because it's not that far.
No.
Yeah, my grandma took us all up there to see European Vacation.
Oh, nice.
Another movie with boobs.
Boobies.
But,
Booby movie.
The boys were a little further away, so it wasn't so awkward.
So
Right, you're not sitting right,
Right
next
next
to
all
her.
the
Yeah.
cousins, yeah.
I went
Yes.
to a drive-in, and I saw they had a triple feature that day. It was Down Periscope, Independence Day, and I forgot the other one. But Down Periscope was entertaining. Went there to go, wanted to see Independence Day, and yeah, it was a good time. Went with a bunch of friends from school, and
Yeah.
enjoyed
Oh, yeah.
that.
When was Independence Day? When did that come out?
It's like
96.
96, yeah.
Okay.
That would have been the summer of '96.
For some reason, I thought
I think
was
Twister
later.
came out, too.
I think Twister
Twister.
did, but
that would have been a good one at the
Yeah,
drive-in.
at the drive-in, because
especially
here in the
yeah, they were
Midwest.
in a drive-in when the tornado.
They
came.
were.
Right.
I like that movie.
I
If
do
I see
too.
it on TV,
Right,
like TNT
watch
or
it.
something, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I saw a lot of good movies at the drive. I mean, I look back, I saw RoboCop there.
Oh man,
I saw The Fly. Because they'd always have like
I did
double,
not
triple
like The Fly.
features.
No.
So we wouldn't get home till like 1 or 2 in the morning sometimes.
Oh wow.
oh yeah, not a big.
When did
fan
it close?
I think I was in junior high when it closed.
Okay.
So mid 80s,
Yeah.
I want to say.
I wonder why.
Money problem.
Yeah. We
us
wa-
kids hiding in the
In
Trunk,
the
yeah.
trunk, yes. And I'm sure like it was easier to sneak in snacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm
They
sure.
weren't making money on
Yeah.
that
They weren't
concession
making-
stand.
Yeah, we watched a documentary actually about drive-ins because they had the
The one in
The
Valley.
Quasar
Oh,
one. They had it.
really?
That had that one on, and they had a bunch of different ones around the United States
Mhm.
that they went to, and all of them were having. It was around 2020. It was around COVID, or like right after COVID, and they were having problems.
They had a guy on there who was talking about how in 2018 when he had proposed the idea, why don't we bring back the drive-through or the drive-in theater? And all of his friends are like, that is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody wants to do that. They just want to sit at home and stream. And then COVID hit and people want to get out of the house and everybody's like, dude, you are a genius.
Yeah.
Was that the guy that like did it in his backyard?
Yeah, that was
Like
the
he
guy
had like acres,
Oh.
and he made a movie. Him and his wife made a drive-in in their backyard.
Cool.
and he would grill burgers and sell them that
Sell
way.
them?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And then they had
genius.
like a little food truck too
Oh,
for
yeah.
other
Mhm.
things. But yeah, it was like, during that time, everybody did want to do
To
something.
do something,
Yeah,
get out of
yeah.
the
Get out of
house.
the
and-
house.
yeah.
Yeah, they'd have a playground park, you know.
Yeah,
Just
they-
like
Go
on
play 'em.
Grease.
Yes. Oh, yes. Another fun.
Poor
Well, that was the
Well, that
70s.
might have been in the 70s,
It was the
wasn't
70s, but we
it?
were watching it in the
Yeah.
80s
And 90s.
and 90s.
And
in
today.
2000s.
And today,
You can't escape it.
I loved We
No.
Would Sing
Oh, yeah.
to that.
act the whole thing out.
Yes, act the whole thing out. That would be like a Friday night. That would
Yes,
be like,
it would be.
what'd you do Friday night?
Watch
What
Grease.
was in Greece?
Sa-
Perform
sa-
Sandy in
Yeah,
Grease.
perform songs from Greece.
Wait, you didn't have pillow fights?
No.
There were no
With your
pillow
girlfriend?
fights.
No pillow
No
fights.
pillow fights.
Maybe if there was a pillow fight on Grease, we might have.
Yeah,
maybe
there
pretend-
was.
There,
Yeah,
we
there was.
pretended that we were having a pillow fight.
Yeah, but
Well, that's what they did in Animal House. I assume that's what happened.
What everybody,
No.
what everybody did.
we didn't do that.
No, nope.
Did creepy guys? Speaking of Animal House, did creepy guys show up with a ladder and like jump across
The window?
The window. No, no,
No.
nothing fun like that.
No. Maybe a break-in.
A break-in.
A break-in?
A possible break-in when we were downstairs.
Oh yes, one that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ah.
because we like to scare.
Yeah. No, there was another
Scary
one
child.
too.
What are you talking about? I'm like, you're like looking at me like I should know. A break-in.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that there
kitchen
was that was a real.
Well, there was
break-in.
one like a couple days later, but there might have been one the night that we were all downstairs performing Grease
Oh,
because we had
that's
heard
right.
something and we're like,
It's
no, or whatever.
nothing.
And but we heard footsteps.
That's right.
but
And we
never-
didn't think anything of it.
No,
Why didn't we think any? Did we think
I
our
don't-
parents were home?
I don't know. No, because they weren't home.
No.
we knew they weren't home. I don't know.
We obviously didn't.
Or
We
probably
w-
think that who would be
Why
in
would
your
someone
house?
break in?
Yeah.
That's right. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. I forgot
Yeah. Well,
that we could have died.
we could have. Instead, we were singing Grease songs down in the basement. He was probably up there on the couch just listening.
Listening to us having a sandwich. Because didn't he like go through the cupboards and stuff, like the food? He's
Yes.
probably just like listening, having entertainment while he ate.
Yeah.
Kind of like dinner theater.
Dinner. Yeah.
Dinner and a
Dinner
show.
and
Dinner and music. Yeah.
Yeah, dinner
More
and
like
show.
a radio
Yeah.
show. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Because was that in like 8th grade? 7th, 8th grade? Or were
Eighth
we?
or freshman, I think.
Okay, I was trying to make
Yeah.
it so we were younger.
Eighth
doing
or
it,
n-
but
yeah,
no, we
no,
were
no.
we probably were freshmen in high school singing in
Singing
Grease.
Grease.
I think everybody sings Grease their freshman year in high school,
I mean,
even those of us who can't sing.
it's just good.
It is.
It is
It's a good
just
movie.
It's a good movie. I was thinking when we were talking about that, and Grease and stuff and acting things out. Do you remember how much we loved Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Like
Loved it.
like wanted to be on it.
it.
Everybody
I
Yes.
remember in
wants to be
8th
on it.
grade. It was 8th,
Eighth
grade.
grade.
We were like obsessed.
Mhm.
Obsessed
Chris
with
Farley.
Chris Farley and flannels.
Yes. Adam Sandler. All, yeah.
Oh, they were there was like the
Crazy
best.
protractor face.
yes.
Well, yeah, they had good people on.
They
back
did.
then.
They
They
had
had
a good
They-
cast.
They
yeah, it
had good
was.
writers. They
Yes.
had Bob Odenkirk and they had Conan O'Brien, and several of the cast members get writing credits too. So I mean, it was a great time for that show.
It really
Yeah,
was.
It was.
We have no idea how good we had it.
You know, I still like watching it, but I just feel like it's not
the same.
It's not the same.
It's not.
And maybe it's because when you're a kid, it's different. I don't
That
know.
might be it too.
My favorite is those. I still love to watch. We still like to watch Weekend Update.
Oh, yeah.
Colin
Like, I
Jost
love
and Michael
watching
Che
them.
are so good together.
That's what we watch too. If we don't watch the show, we'll watch
Like
Weekend
go on
Update.
YouTube
Yep.
and watch. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Or if we watch it, like a lot of times we'll have it on and we're like, well, we'll get to, because then we'll want to go to bed. 'cause
Yeah.
we're too tired. And we're like,
Old
well,
people.
we'll watch the Weekend Update and then we'll go to
bed.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what other movies do you guys remember as kids, or do you have a favorite quote or a favorite movie that you still like today?
Do you guys want to go see a dead body?
That is a good one.
That is a good movie.
That is a classic.
It is.
Hopefully, everybody that's listening knows what we're
talking
talking
about.
about. It was from the book The Body.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Hmm.
When Stephen King wrote it, it was not called Stand By Me.
The story I remember hearing was that Will Wheaton was trying to learn to play the guitar, and that Kiefer Sutherland was like, well, I'll show you how to play Stand By Me. And I don't remember who directed that, but saw that and said, we're changing the title of this movie.
And changed it to Stand By Me.
All I mean, the grossest part is when they eat the
Oh.
blueberry pie and throw up.
And like the ladies
Oh
throw open
my,
their
your purse. And then she
I
like
always
dribble or she wipes her
I just love Vern and his comb.
face. Yeah.
Yes.
Like and when his comb falls.
Yes.
Well, what's going to happen when they come to take our picture and I don't have my comb? Oh, mine fell in the fire. What am I going to eat? Never mind. You have to watch the movie for the rest of that quote because it's NC-17.
Yeah, that's a good
My
one.
favorites are all the, 16
Like John
Candles.
Hughes,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Breakfast Club.
Well, you
Same.
can't go wrong.
I could
You
quote
can't go
those
wrong
all
with John
day.
Hughes.
No.
You can't.
No.
He was like a genius
Yeah.
in writing and because some of
Right.
the, like I would hear like he would write a movie in like a day.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't take him long at all.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
I'm like, how do you do like, and
Yeah.
it's so freaking good.
Mhm.
Well, I read a story about John Hughes. I like to do a lot of reading and little stories, but John Hughes had said that he will take a scenario and think of what's the worst possible thing that's going to happen in this scenario. Like 16 Candles it's a girl's 16th birthday. What's the worst thing that can happen? They forget her birthday. Everybody forgets her birthday and everything else goes wrong with it. Well, what about during a wedding? The bride has to take painkillers. Or no, muscle relaxers.
Muscle relaxers.
Oh, I messed up.
Because she has her period. you don't want everyone to know she has her period.
Wasn't there Midol for that?
Midol doesn't really
It doesn't do anything.
I don't even know what the hell
No.
they just are like here.
Here,
we'll
yeah.
give you-
Here's
it's like
a-
a Tylenol.
Yeah, a pain, a bloat. It's supposed to help with bloating. and-
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I learned
No,
something
just
new today.
take Advil.
Yes.
4 of them.
Yes. For
Four.
mother. You didn't.
You did it.
Mother. You know what I always cracked up though about 16 Candles, which even though it is like my all-time favorite, I would say it's probably my all-time favorite movie. I like as a kid, leading up to my birthday, I would have been talking about my birthday, like my party, what I would like to have as a gift. So
the cake I want.
yeah, yes.
Here
Strawberry
come the
shortcake.
hints.
So I'm like, really? I mean, as an adult, I don't talk about it as much because we don't want to learn about how old we are
No.
anymore or try to remember how old we are anymore. But that's the only thing that always cracked me up about it. I was like, really?
Yeah. Everybody.
No one talked about
No,
it.
no.
Like even like the day before. Like,
Right.
but I mean, if they didn't have it, wouldn't have been a movie and
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
wouldn't have had a national treasure of
I think
16
the
Candles.
I think the sisters' wedding though had to overshadow it, and everybody had to be like, well, it's easy to forget about it because we're planning a wedding.
To the
then-
oily bow hunk.
Bo- Don't look at me. She getting married.
She's getting married. Oiri bohunk.
Only boy hunk. Boy hunk.
Oh my gosh, that one has like
lots of
so many
funny
quotes.
ones.
Yes,
too. Yeah.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I can't watch it without like saying it. And half the time I say it like right before
Yeah,
they
right. So do I.
Just don't watch the movie around 10-year-olds who've never seen it before. It'll be
Right,
fun.
right. No, I'll just watch it by myself.
Yeah. You don't like it when I do the quotes before, do you?
Sometimes it gets old,
Yeah.
yes. It's like, can we just enjoy the movie?
Movie. Can we watch their performance?
She recites too much.
It's hard. It's hard not
is.
to.
It is.
How did you enjoy Poltergeist when you were growing up?
Oh,
Did that movie
We didn't
do
enjoy
anything to you?
it.
no.
There was no enjoyment. of
No,
that
there was
movie.
no enjoyment.
It definitely
It
scared me.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it like screwed with my head even as like an adult.
Yes.
It was good special effects for the time.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Oh,
It held up
yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah. They did really good.
Yeah.
And I still think about things like, is there something buried under here?
Yeah. Is this tree that's in my backyard right by my window going to come alive during a thunderstorm
And get me.
and get me?
Well, maybe they only moved the headstones.
I know. And there's
Well, we have a
still-
basement, so we know there's no bodies.
There's no bodies
our
under
house,
it. Yes. Well, the
yeah.
studio here does not have a basement. There could be bodies.
So there could be
Dun dun
bodies.
dun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. That one did. Were there what other scary movies freaked you out as kids? Because I watched
I
a
don't think
bunch
I
of
watched them I mean, yes, when I was older, but not when I was young. So like Friday the 13th. I love those.
Oh, I do too.
So
Those I like those better than like. Well, no, I think I like
Or
Friday the 13th,
Nightmare
but I
on
like
Elm Street.
I think I
Yeah,
like Nightmare on
yeah.
Elm Street better
yeah.
Or
than Friday the
Hellraiser.
13th.
I
didn't
never
Hellraiser
watched
That wasn't-
Hellraiser.
Mm-mm.
No.
You watched them?
I watched
Okay, so maybe
one.
that was like more of
Maybe
a
a guy thing.
Let's
Phantasm.
Play. Phantasm. I never watched that one. I only saw the commercials
Never
for it.
heard.
I never even heard of it.
It's an Undertaker type
Oh.
Yeah.
movie
Okay.
with a silver ball that likes to stab people in the head.
Yes,
Oh.
that was in the commercials. I was like,
Oh.
whoa, I need to see this, and I never have.
Oh.
35 years later, and I'm still thinking about this.
What other?
That's
I'm
right.
trying. I'm
list.
trying to think of other scary movies.
Oh, scary movies. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not really
Jeepers
scary. It's-
Creepers. I didn't
Oh.
like that, but I watched that when I was in my 20s, and I
didn't like it. Do you remember the guy that he was on HBO? It wasn't a movie, but it was like a show. It was like wasn't Creep Show, or was it Creep Show? It was that skeleton
Oh,
guy.
Tales
from the Crypt.
The Crypt Keeper.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Those
I'd
were
watch. I would
short
totally
watch
watch. Like,
those.
yeah, those
Those
short
are
stories.
good.
I would
Yeah.
watch those.
The nice anthology, a lot like the Twilight Zone. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But going back, like, to 16 Candles, and do you think you're more of a Breakfast Club, or do you think, or is it just too hard to like?
I think I'm more 16 Candles.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And then it would be Breakfast
Then it would be.
Club.
I think
yeah.
that's me too.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to pick just one movie from that.
I
Well,
know
yeah.
Like
Yes,
Dirty
it is, but-
Dancing.
Oh,
Terminator.
Dirty Dance.
Nobody puts-
Terminator.
Terminator.
nobody puts Terminator in a corner.
Yeah. No Terminator for me.
No Terminator for me either. Did you guys?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
It's such a fun romp.
Yeah.
When I saw that in the theater, it actually rained so hard it flooded the first like 3 rows in the theater.
Are you
Oh.
In
serious?
Fremont.
While you were watching
While
it?
the lights came on. It's like all this water.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You could hear it coming down, but you didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we left, and our car got stalled in the water.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
Wow.
So that was
The
a
great flood of Fremont.
Yeah.
Did the Platte River come up and just swallow Fremont whole? Or what's
No,
the
it was
story?
nothing that bad. It wasn't like the great flood of 2019.
No.
Oh.
Fremont was an island.
It was.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That
When I
was a
think about
lot.
that was nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Were you guys Star Wars or Star Trek fans?
Both.
Star
Both.
Wars.
Both.
I'm
Star
more
Wars was more, yeah.
I feel like your brother got me that pew 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 shirt. Your brother got me that pew 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 shirt. and
Yes.
I feel like that's kind of a slight because he knows I'm a bigger Star Wars fan than Star Trek, and he's a bigger Star Trek fan than
Right.
Star Wars because Star Wars is nothing but a bunch of explosions. Star Trek is cerebral.
I know. Kirk, yeah, he loves Star Trek, and I'll get them mixed up. and I'll say something about Star Wars, whatever, and he's like, "It's Star Trek." And then if I say like, if he thinks I said like track,
Yeah.
he's like, "It's Trek."
It's important.
And you are a nerd.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay.
And those movies help Lana fall asleep.
Yeah.
You just have to
That
push it
and well, Star
insomnia.
Wars. I like Star Wars,
Okay.
but Star Trek and
James Bond. She's
I
not
can
a fan of the
sleep.
James
No,
I don't watch those either.
No.
I've never got into those either.
no.
I do like Star Wars better than Star
Right.
Trek too. I don't know if it's just the story to me is there's more of a story
Yeah,
than in Star Trek. Like I just feel like it's just they're in space.
base and yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other because those were like those big where they had sequel after sequel. What was those movies? I actually was just looking and I was like, oh, I should watch those because I haven't watched them forever. It's those, not a mob, but like the
Sopranos.
no,
Goodfellas?
no,
Not a mob.
Not a mob.
Al Pacino.
The Godfather.
That's
Yes,
a
yes.
mob.
That is
Yeah, it's
Oh, it is a
100%
mob.
That is the
It
mob.
is a mob. Okay, so it's a mob. We'll be cutting that. So I don't.
See, that's the
I'm
OG
like,
mob
I will be
there.
cutting that part. So I don't.
I'm gonna make him
Sound
an offer he can't refuse.
It's been forever since I've seen those.
It's been a long time too.
And I saw them on one of the streaming. I was like, I should watch those.
Right.
But then I know that they're pretty graphic, and so then I was
Gory,
gory. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
I gotta be in a mood to watch those
Yeah, you do.
anymore.
Right.
And
I want to go back and watch, even though this isn't 80s and 90s, but I want to go back and watch The Sopranos.
I never watched that.
You didn't
Oh,
watch it?
man.
I
love
should.
The
I feel like that was
Sopranos.
around a time where I didn't have like cable.
Right.
Because I think, was that early 2000s?
That was probably early.
90s.
Yeah.
late 90s, early
Late
2000s.
night. Yeah.
So
early.
yeah, so I didn't have
2000s.
like college,
The-
and
yeah.
then when I lived in Milwaukee, we couldn't afford.
Yeah. You didn't watch.
Well, we never were home, so
Right,
it's like you're not gonna
yeah.
pay for that stuff. But
Did you, since you guys didn't really have a movie theater in this town, did you ever go see 3D movies?
I don't remember.
I don't
ever,
remember a 3D.
No.
Going to see a 3D movie.
No,
I think
Not
I
until
only
I was
saw
older.
Maybe two my
Yeah,
whole life.
I've actually never seen a 3D movie, and even when I was younger and lived on coasts, I didn't see a 3D
was
movie.
it a thing where like a certain screen could do it, or did you have to wear the glasses?
These
You had to
were
wear the
old paper
glasses.
glasses that
Glasses,
were
okay.
red and blue.
Red and blue?
Okay,
Yeah,
No.
I mean the new ones are.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen the new 3D movie.
That's right. What was that we just recently? I mean, that was
we
the.
saw Avatar.
I didn't
Oh.
see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. You were there.
I
You
was
probably slept.
no. I didn't go to Avatar in the theater,
I've not seen Avatar either.
Okay.
but there was like a Star Wars movie. I believe Solo was Solo 3D. No.
No, we didn't see that.
Well, I was at a newer one, and
Just
then
a guy taking his pants off in the theater. That's what we saw at that one.
Like some random guy
I'm
was
guessing
taking
a
I-
guy
his
right
pants?
next to me
I
was
gonna
like
say,
unbuckling.
I saw Solo, and that didn't happen when I saw it.
Well, you're lucky.
Woo.
I kept hitting Chuck. I was like,
Was he right next to you?
two
Couple
seats
seats
away.
Oh my!
And I was like, I think this guy's gonna do something. And then you like looked over at him or did like something like that. And,
And
then
he,
then he
he stopped
stopped. I was like,
Then he
mm.
behaved himself. Yes.
oh, that's good.
Yeah,
oh my
that
god,
was a little
You
frightening.
know,
but-
the Bloodhound Gang
Yeah.
has a song, "Fire, Water, Burn." We've all heard it.
Yes.
The roof is on fire. But in that song, they say, "I'm kind of like Han Solo, always stroking my own Wookiee,"
Mhm.
and I think that's what that guy was doing.
That's what he was-
he was.
Yeah.
He might have been.
100.
It's true, all of it.
True.
My parents had bought the TV that my dad still has. When they got it, it's been a hot minute since they bought that TV.
Oh yeah.
But when they bought it, it was like the big thing was it came with, I think, one pair, and then you had to buy another pair of 3D glasses.
Oh.
And there were certain channels that were like 3D,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly it was kind of like underwater type things like fish and stuff you'd watch. And then you could buy 3D movies
Oh, okay.
on like DVD or
Right.
whatever, and you'd sit there with those glasses on. But you would only have 2 people be able to watch it.
Well, yeah.
And most of the time, because when they bought that, like, we were grown and out of the house. So, but I do remember like coming home
and they were
and
sitting there with their glasses on.
no, but they were very excited for me to like. They were like,
Oh,
"Put
they
these
want you
on,"
to try
and
it.
like turned it on one of the channels. And I don't think they even have those channels. You know, I don't think that's not
Right.
even a
thing anymore.
anymore. Like Dad still has those glasses like in the
Oh,
little,
really? Yeah.
in the drawer next to the
Nice.
you know like
yeah.
next to the chair.
I remember the girls had a Barbie movie that was 3D. It came with the glasses, and
Oh,
they'd watch it for a while, but those glasses didn't last.
They never
You know.
do.
because they're like the little
The paper ones that, you know, it's like, well,
right.
you could still watch the movie. It's just the
Oh,
certain
good.
things or whatever weren't in,
gonna,
you know, yeah.
like aren't gonna like pop out
Yeah.
or whatever.
Pop out.
Pop out.
Well, I mean, if we were watching Revenge of the Nerds, oh, never mind.
Or Porky's.
Yeah, or
Porky's or Coming to America.
Yes.
Those would be the best movies in 3D.
I know. I feel like we should have like a movie like 80s marathon. Lana and I could perform for you for
Yeah.
Grease medleys.
Yes, we could. I probably know all the actions and everything still.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No.
We were
Go Grease
because of
Lightning.
a reason I had seen someone was talking about the new Wonka movie
Mm-hmm.
last night. They were like saying how great it was and you should see it. That movie was a little like it was really good.
Oh,
But it was a little the new one,
Yeah,
not the new one,
not
but
the old
the old
one,
one
yeah.
with Gene Wilder.
yeah.
There was some kind of freaky
Oh,
things in
yeah.
it though. Like Tim,
It
because we were talking about it last night, and then he pulled up that one scene
With the boat.
with the boat.
Oh, yeah.
and it's all
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
100% they were on shrooms.
drugs.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
absolutely were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Road doll, we know.
And I have
Yeah.
I have a question for you about that movie.
Okay.
Do you think it's a musical?
Boy, I put
Well,
that at half and half.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because I mean,
Like,
there's
they
a lot
sing
of singing in
songs.
it.
Yes.
There's like 40 minutes of singing in
Yeah.
it. It's it's
So-
not a majority. It's
and I don't think they called it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory the musical.
No,
no.
But there were a lot of tunes.
there was a lot of singing,
And there, and there was actually more singing than I actually thought.
yeah.
I was having a debate last night with someone that we know, too, that we went to school with, because he was like saying how he didn't want us to watch the new Willy Wonka because it's a musical, and
Oh.
and I said on this post, I said, did you ever see the original?
original.
And he was like, I loved it. Like, it's like my top 10. And I was
Okay.
like, well, then you
That's-
like musicals, or at least one.
Well, yeah.
And then he went on a tangent about, like, I don't know what a musical is. And I was like, you're right.
Oh,
Me, I have no idea.
if it has
Anything with
singing,
arts.
usually it's. I mean, you know,
Yes, like you would kind of categorize it as,
right?
I'd put it in a musical.
Musical.
Like, I
mean,
wouldn't be like, Willy Wonka, that's my favorite musical.
Oh,
like, that's
no,
never would
no.
be in my, like,
Yeah, vocabulary.
yeah.
But I mean, Grandpa gets out of bed and starts singing about how he has a golden ticket. And I'm like, no, Charlie has a golden ticket. You're being a jerk. You
Yeah.
lay in bed all day.
It was a miracle he got up.
I know.
He's been in the bed for how long?
I know. And all of a sudden he's like,
hops up.
I know. It didn't take him long
No.
at all.
Nope. And then he sings about how great it is to have a golden ticket.
Yeah.
I was telling him last night, I was like, my favorite part of that, and it still is, like, as a kid, I was like, I want to go there, where they could just like eat the
Oh,
tulips,
yeah.
drink
Drink out
they
of the,
drink it, and then they
yeah,
eat it.
they
I was
eat
like,
it.
I really want to go there.
You can be like Augustus and
Yes.
eat the chocolate.
Yes. I didn't ever want to lick the wallpaper. That creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
But drinking out
Everything.
of those
Yeah.
or those
Any
little
of that
tulips,
You
stuff.
don't want
It
to lick
was
the
so
wallpaper?
fun.
Yeah.
I didn't really, that
No.
didn't do it for
No.
me.
You did not have a good college experience then. Oh.
No. I mean, I saw Willy Wonka before college,
I
and
know.
no, I didn't. There was no wall licking in college that I can remember.
Same, but I mean, but we had I
Maybe
had
a little
desire,
window
okay?
licking, but
The Snozzberries do taste like
Yeah,
Snozzberries.
That's what I wanted. I wanted an everlasting gobstopper.
Oh, did you?
Well, they sold those
Yeah.
at the gas station.
Did they?
Yeah, those and
But not
sushi.
sushi
well, that's
hot dogs.
now. Dude, they don't sell like good candy at gas stations anymore. They sell us scary sushi. And
Oh wait, no, I take it back. It wasn't the everlasting gobstopper. It was the gum, where she could taste all the different,
things.
foods.
Yes. I
yes.
did like that one.
Yes.
I did like that too.
What was the everlasting gobstopper?
It
Wasn't
just
it
a
Was that when she-
giant candy ball? Giant,
Yeah.
Well, okay, the
It
one.
wasn't even like a ball though, right? Like it
No,
was
I
kind
don't-
of this weird looking.
It's like a clump of candy.
Yeah, right.
But they sold them in the store, and it had Wonka in the little top corner of it, along with Nerds.
Oh, I love nerds.
And
Thank you.
Wonka chocolate bars were never. They actually weren't good. Like if you went and bought like where you could go somewhere
Yeah.
and it'd be like it's a Wonka,
Wonka
bar.
bar.
Well, maybe other people thought they were good, but I was
Oh,
like,
I'd
I'll just
never
take
had
a
one.
Hershey's.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that English people think Hershey's taste like vomit. So
Oh, I loved.
there's a.
I'd pretend that it was. I was a kid.
It was
Be
a-
like I'm gonna get my gold.
One ticket. Oh, jeez. We gotta stop at the store tonight and get a
golden ticket.
Hershey
ticket.
bar. And pretend we won the golden ticket.
Golden ticket.
I think you still have a giant candy bar at home from Christmas.
Probably.
Oh, probably.
you still
Probably.
have Christmas candy?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh!
because I didn't eat it. I don't want to
Yeah.
eat it now.
I know. I kind of like we did a thing where I was like, we're just going for it and just getting this eat it. So then
Yeah.
it's just out of the
Out
way.
of the way, yeah.
And then focus on
Yeah.
getting rid of this.
Yes.
Did you get a kidney stone after eating all that?
All the
No.
candy.
That's what I would do.
Is that what happened to would happen to you? Is that from
Candy?
Candy? I didn't even know
No.
how. I didn't even know how do you get kidney
It's
stones?
just from me living. I think it's just
I've never
Hereditary.
had-
Yours
Chuck's-
is
Chuck's
yeah.
life.
Yours
it's
is like
hereditary.
hereditary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yours is mostly calcium.
Gotcha.
Drink a lot of milk, do you?
Used to.
I used to.
Oh, okay.
I had to cut back.
Oh,
A lot of ice cream.
Oh, I don't hardly eat
No.
ice cream anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
Have you had a kidney stone? When's the last time you've had one? It's been a while.
It's been a year.
Oh, good.
Nice.
We went to Lincoln. I was like, oh, I think I'm getting one.
Oh.
No. You have so
Lord.
many of them. I
yeah,
don't even
I
know.
get so many. I quit taking them in.
Oh gosh, I can remember like when you guys. I think it was when you guys started dating, and you were like, Chuck had a kidney stone, and
It
I
was,
like,
well,
this sounds awful.
Yes.
where was that? Your first one though, we lived here in town.
Yeah.
It was so we were married. And
Oh, maybe
everything.
you
Yeah.
were. It was just
Yeah.
so long ago.
It was yeah, yeah. Because he went up to the hospital and
Oh my gosh.
was tranked.
yeah,
Oh.
Oh gosh.
I got morphined.
Nice. Well, that's
Lord.
good.
That's a good
Probably. Yes. Yeah.
Goldfish with cats' heads on them. It was a great time.
It kind of reminds me of Looking Out the Back Door by CCR. Tambourines and elephants. I've never been tranked, so I don't know.
He would probably pass out because he doesn't
I
like
hate
needles.
Oh.
Like even when it's on TV. And it's
Oh,
like
I don't
he-
like needles.
I
he,
look
he-
away.
it's like he'll
Yeah.
like he'll almost pass out. I'll never forget when my dad was in the hospital and what were they gonna do? They couldn't get something.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't get a needle, something, and so it was like a X-ray type thing
Okay.
that they could see, so they could see where the needle was gonna
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's all like, "Oh, I want to see this," and he like goes and he like look, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm like looked at him, and because he's all like, "Whoa."
I got dizzy.
I was like, "Oh my god, my dad's in the hospital. I don't need you
Two
to have
people,
to go in the
Dude, no.
hospital." Oh, but yeah, he totally gets
I've-
freaked out.
I fainted from vaccinations, so
Yeah,
I don't like
Oh,
needles. I can't
no
watch
needles. I mean, I don't particularly like
No,
it,
I-
but I
no.
can deal with it.
I can. Yeah.
it. I can't. I don't.
I just
know
can't
why.
look.
Oh, okay.
When they're doing, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I actually like, sounds weird, like to look just because I'm like, I want to be like ready to go. Like, I want
Yeah.
to be like, okay, you're going to do it. Like, I know,
Oh, no.
because I know how they say, like, they'll be like, oh, here's a poke.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
You're
not
gonna feel
a
pressure.
You're going to feel a little,
Yeah, pressure.
a little pin or
Yeah.
Little
A
pressure.
pinch.
a pinch.
Little pinch.
And I'm like, that's more than a pinch. Like, have you done this to
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah.
I grew up watching
you
my dad
stabbed
pull a
me
tooth out
in
with his
the
pliers,
arm.
You know? My dad would just pull his own teeth out with his pliers.
Oh,
Did he ever
Lord.
do that to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mm.
Well, I mean, not at first. You know, if it didn't come out with the door when you slammed the door. With the string,
Oh, with the string.
then the pliers came out.
Did you guys do that? Like, not the pliers.
Jesus.
Or did you do pliers, or did you do like the string or anything like that? I never did
No.
anything like that. Did you?
No, I just waited for it to come loose.
Me
I
enough.
just,
too.
I just messed.
Yeah,
would-
I messed
yeah.
with my tongue a lot. You know, like
Yes,
wiggled
yes.
it. And
Yeah.
Sitting
hate
in
it.
class,
I didn't want
and all of a
anyone
sudden you're
around.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Put
Yeah.
it on my desk, and the teacher's like, "Do you want like a napkin or something for that?" Yes, thank you.
Why? Yes, I would.
Yeah, I need to take it home to the tooth fairy.
You know, the kids sitting next to you at the other tables are like, "Ah!"
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
I'd be like, oh, gross.
And you know, they went home and said, "Do you know what Tim did in class? He pulled his own tooth out, and then he bled all over his shirt."
Do you remember one of our classmates talking about blood? Would he always get bloody noses? And he would have like, it was all when we were in elementary school, he would always get bloody noses. And like he would have like blood, like it would be like a clot type thing at the end, you know? And
Yeah.
it would be like this big, like,
Oh,
I can remember being in the
don't.
nurse's like
Yeah.
office with him one time. And I don't know why I was in there. I obviously wasn't feeling well or something. And he had a bloody nose, and I'll never
Oh.
forget. Like, and he would have them all the
All the
time.
time?
But
Oh,
when we were in grade school, I
Yeah.
don't remember him having them.
Maybe I wasn't in his class. And,
And maybe
you know,
weren't, yeah, because you and I weren't.
we weren't
really
in
any
classes really
so
together.
probably. I feel like he and I were in quite a few
Yeah.
classes together, but yeah, I can remember. And then it's so funny because it's like you just went and like hang out in the nurses'
lounge.
Or now
yeah.
you call your mom, like you're
Yeah.
like, I come pick me up.
Come pick me up. I want to go home. I
home.
don't feel good.
Yeah, yeah. For now, you're just like, well, go sleep in the nurses' lounge.
Yeah, that's what a lot of, because people's parents worked out of town.
Well,
and
yeah.
so they would, I can remember that. I remember when somebody fell on the ice and got stitches in my class. It was second grade.
Oh,
And they just took him up to the hospital because their mom worked out of town. And they must have okayed the stitches, and they took him up to the hospital, or, you know, or
Right.
probably a hospital at that time.
Right.
you know.
Right.
And he had stitches, and he slept
Oh, wow.
the rest of the day in that, we had that bathtub that you read in.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Oh, so he was in the class.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah. He
bathtub
came
that-
back.
What?
So
Yeah.
I wasn't my
No,
class.
it wasn't in your class.
But in your class, it was a real like cloth.
tub.
tub.
Yeah, it was it had carpet. They carpeted it, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was our reading
Like
nook.
nook. Yeah. So you would
Oh
go
my
in
Yeah,
goodness.
and
and you
read,
just read in the bathtub. Yep.
or hang out in there after you fall on the ice.
Yeah.
and have stitches.
And have stitches in your chin.
Your mom can't come get you.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Like back then too. Like obviously they knew what happened. They were able to get a hold of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
I can remember when the one time. Well, no, I had stitches twice, but the second time I had stitches, and Kirk and I I was like on Kirk's paper route with him,
Mm-hmm.
and we were riding our bikes, and I was being naughty, like, of course, and he was like, don't horse around on
Right.
your bike.
Don't-
And so of course I did more horsing around, and we were on, I don't know what road that is, if that's 7th or 8th Street, but it would have been right by where it used to be Tasty Treat.
Oh yeah.
And now Subway. We got across Chestnut, and I was doing like stuff with my bike, and I fell, like lost control of my bike, and I fell,
Mhm.
and my knees, and I hit my chin, and my brother was like, okay, it must have been 7th, because we just rode up to my grandparents.
Grandmas and yep.
And Kirk was like, I'm just going to put a Band-Aid on it and we'll keep going, Well, when I lifted up my head, he was like, because he could like see bone.
Oh.
And he was like, I think you need more than a
the Band-Aid.
But I think my mom and my grandma were out of town somewhere. They went, I don't know if they went on like a little trip. They weren't like super far. I don't know if it was like just one overnight or something like that. And so my brother took me over to the neighbors, and she was able to call my aunt at the telephone company because we didn't know where my dad was. Like, we couldn't get a hold of my dad. And my aunt was like, oh, I just saw him when I was going back from lunch to the house. He's mowing at the armory.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go there.
Yeah.
And, and so
Get
then
him.
he had to, so then, yeah, like, it was like a game of,
yeah. Yeah. Where's a
family member?
Now you got a cell phone.
Yes.
Just call him.
Call and be like, Kate's an idiot and she fell off her bike.
Or take a picture and send it. Hey, you need to get down here.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Kate fell off the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more worried of losing your phone now than your wallet.
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now that you've got like Apple Pay and you can, it is also a wallet.
Well.
Though at least like if you have your watch on, you can like ping your phone.
Yeah.
I have used that. I'm like, where did I put that thing? And then if I have something that I have lost, like a wallet, where I'm like, I really wish I had something. But now I do. I have one of those little tags.
Oh, yeah.
I put it in there, and then
So
you can like ping
treat,
it.
Yeah.
Be like, where the heck did
Find
I put
your wallet.
my wallet? Yeah.
See, I'm afraid with my wallet. I don't know what cards I have in there to cancel.
Oh, if you lost
if
it.
I lost my wallet,
Right.
I'd be like, oh, I guess I'll have to cancel every
single
one
card.
because I don't know what was in there and what's
Not in there. I don't put too many in there. I'm like, you don't need all that.
No.
So
And that's my thing. I don't need it, but I put it in there.
Put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, and I kind of downsized my wallet. So I was like, okay, I have like a giant bag that I use as a purse, but there's times where I'm like, I don't need this giant bag. So now I just have like a little
wallet.
Wallet, the little with the little strap. And so that I can throw that in the bag. But then when I don't need the big bag, I can just take that out, and I know I have what I need.
You have what you need in there.
Yeah.
That's
so then
a
I'm
good
always like, why do I have this? Like, why do I have to have this big bag?
Yeah.
Like I can just go somewhere.
with this wallet.
But I can't. I'm like, no, but I need
my bag.
this bag.
That's how I was too when I went for my crossbody. Because during COVID, I was like, well, I don't want to like lug around a big purse and stuff, if I go somewhere.
Right.
So I use my crossbody, but then I was like, but I need my purse.
Right.
All my stuff is in there. How am I going to fit it all? I can't fit anything in this. And,
Right.
So then I just put what I needed in my crossbody. And
you're good?
And I'm good, yeah.
And so do you carry a big purse anymore?
Not anymore. I will every once in a while, but
right.
not.
When it's time to go shoplifting.
Yeah. When it's time to go to the movie theater.
Yeah, to put your popcorn.
Yeah, but not my popcorn.
Well, you could.
Well, you could, but my
Put the
God.
hot tamales in there.
Yeah, hot
Mike
tamales.
and
You buy the popcorn and then you
Yeah.
get the candy.
Yeah, that's what
But
we
you
used to
put-
do
I don't.
with the girls. I would fill up we'd go to like Dollar General before we went to a movie.
Oh, sure.
And it's like, okay, pick out a candy.
yes.
Because you're not getting candy at the movie theater.
No.
And it's like, take a can of pop. And I had my purse. I would have my purse full of stuff.
My friend Christina she would have when we were in Milwaukee, she would have she loves Diet Coke. And so she'd have that in her purse. And then like during like some kind of louder,
she'd open the can.
I was like, no one in here is going to care.
No.
They're probably doing something.
Same thing, yeah.
It's Milwaukee. They might actually have beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, probably. Back then.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if there's any other
Yeah.
movies this was fun though, like chat about movies and life and
Purses.
purses.
I was
And
not
you talk
expecting
about-
that to go there.
I learned something new today.
When you type purses,
Yeah.
that's what we call at the Chinese restaurant, that's what we call the crab rangoons.
Oh.
My grandma was like, when they first came,
Yeah.
she was like, these look like little purses.
Oh.
So we've always been like, if we're gonna order
Yeah.
it, we're like, we'll get an order of purses.
Oh my God. We have to get like 4 orders.
Of yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't. It depends on how many
Who's
are
there.
So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, at least 2 orders of purses.
Yeah. They all get eaten before I can even eat one.
I know. They're so good.
That they
Like
are.
I could
Prioritize.
so at least put them on your plate so you.
Yeah,
they
so I
can't-
could have them later.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
I am
Little
too.
Chinese
for
and some 80s movies.
Yeah. Go home and watch a little 80s and eat some Chinese food.
Yeah. Well.
Go pop in some aliens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ow.
I was gonna say a little long duck dong.
Yeah, with
Sounds like private.
No more Yankee my wanky.
Yeah.
Longer need food.
Well, Chuck and Tim, thanks for joining
yes,
us.
thanks for joining
Well,
us.
for
thank
having
you
us.
for asking.
Yeah, you'll have to come back.
Yeah.
Have to think of another topic.
Well, that's why we kept it clean.
Yeah.
So we'd invite you back.
All you
Oh,
guys
well.
said was boobies, so
Yeah, booby movies. I just
Booby-
want that to be a quote
well,
now.
Booby
Booby
movies.
That
movies
was the most important thing
It
in the
was.
80s
for boys.
for you
Yes.
guys.
for young men.
Because there
I
was
mean, kid-
boobies in, was it 16 Candles? There were boobies.
Were there boobies? in
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
the grandma liked to talk about them.
Yes,
But
she
yes,
does.
Yeah,
there was a
but
shower
they-
scene.
There was a shower scene.
Oh yes,
Yes,
yes.
there they
yep,
look at
they showed-
Carolyn.
Yep.
Isn't her
Oh,
name
that's
Yep,
right.
yep.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
she's a woman.
Man, yeah. Well, he's like
Lifted
doing
her,
the pull-ups,
pull-ups.
but
Yeah, he's not
actually
doing them.
it. Yeah. Oh my God, that was such a great movie.
Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And if you like what you're listening to, join us on our Facebook page and make sure to leave a comment and a review on any of the places that you listen to us. We wanted to give a quick shout out to those that help participate in our movies. Thank you to Andrea Walters, Amy Beck, and Chuck Larson. We loved reading the quotes and talking about the movies.